Little mathematicians, did you listen to The Doorbell Rang? In this story, Sam and Victoria are sharing cookies. At the beginning of the story, there are 12 cookies. So Sam and Victoria would be pretty happy because they get a whole heap of cookies each. But more and more people keep turning up to their house, which means they have to keep sharing the cookies and they don't get as many as what they thought they were going to get. This is a great story to help us with our learning today because we're going to look more at sharing equally. I'm going to use some pretend cookies and some pretend plates. Today for this lesson, you can work with me too. I want you to have 12 counters and a whiteboard and a marker. You could use a piece of paper and a pencil instead. You need something to write with, something to write on, and 12 counters. Let's take a look at sharing equally using the idea of the doorbell ring. Let's talk more about sharing equally using the idea of sharing biscuits from the story The Doorbell Rang. Little mathematicians, remember that today you need something to draw or write with, something to draw or write on, and you need pretend cookies as well. I have these cookies today. Counters would make great cookies for this activity too. Let's count the cookies that I have to make sure I have the right amount to do this activity. I need 12 cookies. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 cookies. You should have 12 cookies too. I'm now going to draw a plate for 2 characters. A plate for Sam and a plate for Victoria. Make sure your circles aren't too small. You need to fit your counters inside of the circles to show cookies on a plate. I want you to draw 2 plates onto your whiteboard. The next thing we're going to do is see if our 12 cookies can be shared to these 2 characters. Here's a plate and here's a plate. Do you think we can share these 12 cookies to these plates? Let's take a look. I'm going to share 1 cookie here and 1 cookie here. I'm going to keep repeating this process to see if I end up with the same amount on each plate. I'm sharing one at a time carefully to make sure that it's equal, to make sure that it's fair. Did I share the cookies equally? Are there the same number of cookies on each plate? I can see 6 on this plate and I can see 6 on this plate. It's your turn, little mathematicians. Share your cookies onto the plates. This tells us 2 people can share 12 cookies. If they share 12 cookies, they'll get 6 cookies each. But next the doorbell rings and more people come. I'm going to take these cookies off now and add 2 more plates. I want you to do the same. Let's take a look how I do it. I have 4 plates. I still have 12 cookies, but instead of Sam and Victoria getting 6 cookies each, now they need to share the cookies between 4 people. Let's see what happens. I'm going to use the same process. I'm going to share to each person one at a time, carefully. You can do this too, or you can wait until you've watched me do it. Is it fair? Did each person receive the same amount of cookies? They did. If 12 is shared to 4 people, each person will get 3. In this story, 4 people shared 12 cookies and each person got 3 cookies. All together there are 12 cookies, but it's been split up or separated to share out to 4 different people. Each person got 3 cookies. 2 more people turn up. I'm going to draw 6 circles. I'll have to make my circles a little bit smaller this time because I need to fit 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here are my 6 plates. 6 people are in the house and they're sharing 12 cookies. Let's see what happens. 1 to this person, 1 to this person. I'm going to keep doing that and see what happens. Each person has 1, but I still have more cookies here. So I'm going to keep sharing them out, starting back at the first person. Can 12 cookies be shared to 6 people? Is it equal sharing? It is. If 12 cookies are split up and shared to 6 people, each person will get 2 cookies each. But the doorbell rings one more time, little mathematicians. There were 6 people, but 6 more people turned up. 6 and 6 is 12. So I need 12 plates on my whiteboard this time. I'm going to turn my whiteboard this way and I'm going to draw 12 plates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Here are my 12 plates. These are for the 12 people that turn up in the story to share cookies. Can I share 12 cookies to 12 people? You might already know the answer to this. You might have heard a clue, but let's make sure it works. I'm going to share these cookies. "12 cookies can share out to 12 people. I shared equally. Each person only gets 1 cookie. If 12 people share 12 cookies, they'll have 1 each. Hopefully they're big cookies.